Hi ma'am, audio video clear can check பண்ணிக்கோங்க. Good evening. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay. And I think சில பேர் வந்து ஃபீல் பண்றாங்க ஏன்னா வந்து 11th மட்டும் தான் எடுக்கிறோம் 12th எடுக்கலன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So for those people, okay, I think இன்னைக்கு விட்டுடுங்க. So next class onwards we are going to split into two classes. 11th session இருக்கு. Those who are in 12th, they can attend the 11th classes also. So those who are interested in 12th class, 11th class batch, they can attend the 12th class. So 2 hours sessions are இனிமே physics class. Okay, 1 hour for your 11th portion and 1 for your 12th portion. So parallel வந்து we are going to complete the portions. Okay, so please remember next week வந்து 2 hours class இருக்கும். 1 hour for your 11th portion and second hour for your 12th portion. And whatever the classes are there, இந்த classes எல்லாம் வந்து இனிமே வந்து யூடியூப்ல லைவ் ரெக்கார்டிங் தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. நான் வந்து லைவ் போட்டுட்டேன் ஏன்னா வந்து சம் எரர் இருக்கு. ரெக்கார்ட் பண்றது வந்து இட் வாஸ் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலி டெலிட் ஆகுதுன்னு we are just making it live. Okay, so those who are missing, so they can see the classes there itself. Okay, so right ma'am, so we'll continue and today we are going to complete your motionless straight line. Last class வந்து we have seen the derivations and we done some problems, I hope so. So today we are going to see the graphs. So graphs வந்து ரொம்ப basic தான், ரொம்ப important தான். Okay, we'll complete the graphs and then we'll see the more vectors and scalars today. Types of vectors பார்க்கலாம். அதுல வந்து multiplication of vectors and as well as your addition of vectors. Different types இருக்கு. And if possible, we'll do some problems on this basis also. So step by step போறேன். If doubts, please stop me there. And any doubts, please interact. So let's see, we'll start. So last class we have discussed about the motion in a straight line. Under this motion in a straight line, we have seen some equations. Okay, kinematics, we have seen some equations. And the equations, the first one on the V is equal to U plus AT. Second one is your S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third one is your V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So these are the three equations. Sorry? கொஞ்சம் மியூட் பண்றீங்களா? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So these are the three equations. In the three equations, sort of derivations நம்ம பார்த்திருக்கோம். அதுல வந்து direct method based பண்ணி we have derived it. Second one we have derived with your calculus method. Third one we have derived with your graphical method. Graphical method is so much important. Okay. So and after that we have seen the gravitation, acceleration due to gravity based one we have discussed and we have done some problems also. Acceleration due to gravity, downward direction g positive இருக்கும் and upward direction g negative இருக்கும். Related to this one, we have done some problems. So I think so we have done problems on these cases and we seen problems from the earlier derivations also. So this is your basic earlier topics somebody discuss. Now we are going to discuss about the graphs. Okay, graphs ரொம்ப important, don't miss it. Doubt in the angekil. So we'll go slowly. We'll try to understand all the types of graphs. Okay, let's see. First one, we'll discuss about the position time graphs. Position time graphs. After that, we'll discuss about the velocity time graph, and after that, we'll discuss about your acceleration time graph. One by one, we'll see. So make a heading. Make a heading. So analyzing nature of motion from various graphs. Motion from various graphs. So let's see one by one. So first one, so we can go with your position time or distance versus time. So first one, I'll go with a distance versus time. Distance time graphs. I'll go slowly. Please try to understand. Okay, that doubt in the feeling. Okay, let's see. First one. First of all, I'll draw the graph. The graphs all draw under, then I'll explain. So x-axis is your distance. Sorry, x-axis is your time. Y-axis is your distance. It is your first graph. And it is a straight line. So first now draw under, then I'll explain it. Let's see second one. Again, distance versus time. Second one. And third one also distance versus time. And fourth one also distance versus time. Which unit is this, sir? யாருமா அது புதுசா வந்திருக்கீங்களா என்ன? Is this your first class? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are discussing motion is straight line. Are you a state board or NCR team? I mean, CBSE.
State board.
State board. Okay, class 11 or 12th?
11th standard.
11th, right. 11th ல வந்து செகண்ட் சாப்டர் உங்களுக்கு இருக்கு. கைனமேட்டிக்ஸ் இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு?
Yes, sir.
கைனமேட்டிக்ஸ்ல வந்து நீங்க வந்து கைனமேட்டிக்ஸ்ல மோஷன் இஸ் ஸ்ட்ரைட் லைன் கான்செப்ட்ஸோ அதோட டிஸ்டன்ஸ் வர்சஸ் டைம் கிராஃப்ஸ் தான் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றோம் இங்க. ஓகேவா? அதுல வர கிராஃப்ஸ் தான். ஓகே, ஏன்னா வந்து ஆல்ரெடி வந்து இந்த டாபிக் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணதுனால அதோட கண்டினியூஷன் தான் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ரைட்டா? So okay, man. Right. So here, first graph is this one. Second graph. So again, it is your time, and here it is your distance. So here also time and distance. So here it is your time and the distance, and your time and the distance. It is your third graph. It is your fourth graph, and it is your second graph. It is a straight line that starts from the origin. Third graph, it is a curve. Fourth graph, and the last graph is straight line. Right, so these are the 5 graphs. Let's see one by one. So first graph, it indicates, see, if you see that, ஒரு சின்ன example பார்க்கலாம். So assume I'm just taking an object. ஒரு object வந்து நான் place பண்ணிருக்கேன். At a particular positionல நான் வந்து object place பண்ணிருக்கேன். So object positionல place பண்ணிருக்கேன், even though time varies, அதோட position வந்து change ஆகல. So that means இதோட distance வந்து constant ஆ இருக்கும், time vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. That means the graph shows that the body is at rest condition. Remember, body is at rest. Is at rest condition. Remember it. Okay, object in the rest condition இருக்கும்போது அதோட distance வந்து constant ஆ இருக்கும், time period vary ஆயிட்டு. This is your first graph. Let's see the second one. Second one வந்து body moving ல இருக்கு. Remember, distance vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு, time vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. Both are proportional to each other. Body moving ல இருக்கு. Body moving ல இருந்தாலும் என்ன ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு? So here it is moving with uniform speed. Remember, it is moving with uniform speed. யூனிஃபார்ம் ஸ்பீட்ல வந்து அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஆப்ஜெக்ட் எப்படி மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்குன்னா ஃப்ரம் த ஆரிஜின் டைம் பீரியட் t is equal to 0 இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஃப்ரம் த ஆரிஜின் ரெஸ்ட் கண்டிஷன்ல இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. and it is a straight line inclined. Okay, we can say that inclined to time axis. Inclined to time axis. To time axis. So here it has uniform speed. This is your second time. Let's see the third one. So here it represents accelerated speeding up. So here இது வந்து 0 ல இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிருக்கு. Even though it is 0 ல இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனாலும் time period vary பண்ணும்போது இதோட distance வந்து it is gradually increasing. So it is increasing upward direction. Uniform இருக்கும்போது straight line இருக்கு. So அதே வந்து accelerate much speeding னு சொல்லும்போது it is moving upward direction. This graph shows your speeding of motion. Speeding of motion or we can say accelerated motion. Accelerated motion. Okay, so here the graph shows it is increasing with respect to time period. Let's see the fourth graph. So fourth graph here என்ன ஆயிட்டு time period வந்து decrease increase ஆகும்போது distance வந்து gradually step by step decrease ஆயிட்டு. It is not increasing, it decreasing. Parabolic path, but still it is decreasing path. So here this graph indicates your speeding down. Speeding down. Speeding down, or we can say it as deaccelerated motion. Deaccelerated motion. D-C-L-E-R-A-E. Deaccelerated motion. And the last one, fifth graph. So remember, இங்க பாருங்க distance வந்து it is moving upward direction. Distance வந்து move ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. So ஆனா time வந்து constant இருக்கு. At one particular point, அந்த particular secondல வந்து distance வந்து high level இருக்காது. Remember it. இது வந்து continuously vary ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். So it is not at all possible. It is not at all possible. ஒரு particular second, ஒரு particular time periodல distance வந்து infinite locationல இருக்கும்னா it is not at all possible. So this is your distance versus time graph, or we can say it is parallel to the distance axis. Parallel to the distance axis. Parallel to distance axis. Okay, and இதோட distance வந்து represent infinite speed. Infinite speed. That particular instant, that particular second, infinite speed, but it is not possible. Remember it. Okay, please take it 5 hours. Make it fast. நிறைய இருக்கு. Please make it fast. Yes, ma'am. Good. So let's see next graph. Next one. So next one is your velocity time graph. Next one, velocity time graph. Or before velocity time graph, நம்ம வந்து displacement பத்தி discuss பண்ணுவோம். So next one, make a heading of displacement time. ஒரு ரெண்டு graphs இருக்கு, we'll discuss displacement versus time. Almost similar தான் இருக்கும். Displacement versus time. So let's see in these graphs. So first of all, I'll draw the graph, then I'll explain. So y-axis and that's what it is. One, two, three, four, and fifth graph, and as well as sixth graph. So these are your sixth graphs. Let's see. So here in this case, so always x-axis on the time period தான் நான் எடுக்கிறேன். So here I'll take it as seconds. Seconds. And y-axis is your displacement. Y-axis is your displacement. Let's see the graph. So first graph, so it is a straight line. This is straight line. Straight line, first graph. Second graph. and third graph, fourth graph, fifth graph, and the sixth graph. Okay, so let's see one by. So first graph. So here, if you see that, so on the object on at a particular position of place பண்ணிருக்கேன், இதோட displacement வந்து constant இருக்கும். So time period vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கும். So we can say that, so distance and displacement almost similar இருக்கும். So we can say that it is a stationary body or the body is at rest. It won't vary at all. Okay. Second graph. It is your first graph. The second, the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth graphs. Second graph. So second graph on the we already know displacement versus time graph. It is both are proportional to each other. Displacement time both are proportional to each other. So it shows your uniform velocity, or we can say the constant velocity. So earlier number distance versus time and so that is your uniform speed and so. But here displacement versus time and so we have to discuss about the velocity. So we can say it varies with a constant velocity. Velocity constant the acceleration is zero. So it varies with constant velocity and acceleration is equal to zero. Remember it. Let's see the third graph. Third graph, here the curve shows your increasing velocity. It is your increasing velocity. It varies, continuously increase. It is your increasing velocity. Increasing velocity and so on. With the acceleration, it is also increasing. So we can say it under accelerated motion. Accelerated motion. So remember earlier case distance versus time the acceleration here displacement and so on, there is a continuous vary in velocity and there is an acceleration. So next one, fourth case. So fourth case here the curve is decreasing. So this shows your decreasing velocity. Decreasing velocity. Okay, or we can say it as because it is the accelerator earlier acceleration velocity increase here. We are going to decrease it. So we can say it as a deacceleration, or sometimes we can say it as a retardation. Deacceleration. Deacceleration or retardation. So let's see next one. So fifth graph, it shows that displacement on the decrease uniformly with the time. Remember, initially the object on the at particular displacement. On the time period t is equal to 0 other displacement the high position layer. So time vary or displacement decrease. So it is a decreasing. Okay. So we can say decreasing displacement, uniformly decrease in a straight line layer. So it is your uniformly decreasing displacement. Uniformly decreasing displacement with the time becomes zero after a certain time period. So remember, either angle on the vary it will be varying. Theta is less than 90 degrees. Sorry, theta is greater than 90 degrees. Theta here, if you see the displacement versus time. So that means the graph makes an angle theta to your time period. In the angle theta always greater than 90 degrees. Okay, remember it. Uniformly decreasing displacement, angle theta greater than 90 degrees. Okay, so we can say this decrease velocity negative. So we can say it is your negative velocity. Negative velocity. So negative velocity, and it will be zero after a particular time period. Okay, or we can say return back to its original position. It is written back to its original position. To its original position. So let's see the sixth graph. Sixth graph. Sixth graph. So here நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளாவே நான் பாத்துக்கிறேன். So ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் I'm just ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நான் த்ரோ பண்றேன். ஒரு பர்టిక్యులர் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் with some velocity நான் த்ரோ பண்றேன். So it is moving at a particular height. ஒரு height வரைக்கும் reach ஆயிருக்கு. After reaching the particular height, what will happen? It will fall down. So இங்க ரெண்டு cases வருது. So one, it starts from zero, reaching the maximum point of time period, and after that time period vary ஆகும்போது இதோட velocity decrease ஆயிருக்கு. So you see that. So in this case, the body becomes negative after time period. Okay, the body becomes negative. So let's see the relation. So body becomes negative. Okay, it indicates body retaining from position, or you can say the A point. I'll take this one as B point. I'll take this one as C point. Okay. So position A, body returns from position B, moves point B. B is your original position. B is your original position. And it is moving towards your C. So with everything was related to your uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. So that means the displacement of the body becomes negative after time t. After time t, the displacement of a body is negative. Remember it. So இங்க வந்து பாசிட்டிவ் இருக்கும் displacement. Once இது zero ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் it will become negative. Please take it, make it fast. Others, is it over? Okay, good one. Right. So let's see next one. Next one, now we'll see the velocity time graphs. Velocity versus time graphs. So என்னோட easy accessக்காக நான் என்ன பண்றேன் இதே graphs தான். Okay, so I'll save it and here make a heading. I'll remove this one. So now we are going to discuss about the velocity versus time. Velocity versus time. கொஞ்சம் time save பண்ணுங்க. So y-axis is your velocity. Y-axis is your velocity. Velocity and x-axis as usual it is time. One graph. So same graphs changes இருந்தா I'll do the changes. Please take it. Drops அப்படியே note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. This is your velocity versus graph. Velocity versus time graph. Fourth graph and fifth graph. And this is your sixth graph. And there's seven. Please draw it now. This is your velocity versus time. Same graphs now. So now the changes மட்டும் தான் பண்றேன். Once I draw, I'll explain. So it starts from 0 and reaching the maximum. And this is your velocity. This is your time. Reaching the maximum point and again 0. Again maximum point, again 0. It will create a sinusoidal wave. So continuous move it here. So please draw it. So let's see first graph. First graph Pratibha. So first graph. So here if you see that earlier number discuss பண்றது, remember earlier number discuss பண்ணது வந்து object it was at rest condition under displacement versus time graph. Same graphs தான். But நம்ம deal பண்றது with respect to velocity and time. So I cannot say this object is at rest condition. ஏன்னா வந்து இந்த object move ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு with constant velocity. Displacement இருக்கும்போது object rest condition இருக்கும். Velocity discuss பண்ணும்போது object is at constant. Remember it. So the first graph shows, so the object is moving with uniform velocity, a constant velocity. Is your uniform velocity. Uniform velocity. So time period vary ஆயிட்டு object move ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு constant velocity. So it is a straight line parallel to the time axis. So இங்க வந்து slope வந்து 0 இருக்கு. There is no slope here. Increasing கிடையாது, decreasing கிடையாது. So here we can say under uniform velocity, acceleration is equal to 0. Remember it. Uniform velocity, or we can say the constant velocity, acceleration is 0. Let's see the second one. So here the object starts from the rest. Object on the rest condition start ஆயிருக்கு, moving with uniform acceleration. This is your uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. So uniform acceleration la travel ஆயிருக்கு and it is traveling from the origin and there is a slope. So it is increasing fashion la இருக்கிறதுனால so it is traveling with greater acceleration. I'll give a greater acceleration. With acceleration la travel. Okay, so let's see the third graph. Third graph on the here also it is increasing. So increase from the initial condition. Remember from the initial condition on the zero on the start. Remember zero on the start. Okay, same thing. Now the zero on the start agame or particular point on the start. That is your initial velocity. In all cases, initial velocity zero. Remember. Suppose if the graph is traveling with some particular velocity. So here, so there is a initial velocity. We have to take graph like this. So this portion is nothing but your initial velocity u. இதெல்லாம் வந்து நம்ம already discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம் graphical method derivation பண்ணும்போது. Remember it. So here this graph indicates your fourth graph indicates your changes with velocity. That means it is here increasing velocity. Okay, so we can say the velocity graph where it is varying with increasing acceleration. Increasing acceleration. So it is your speeding up. This is speeding up. It is continuously increasing with respect to your acceleration. And it is decreasing gradually. So we can say it is a speeding down, which bends downward direction. It's a decreasing acceleration. Decreasing acceleration now the deacceleration and retardation and so here it is your speeding down. Speeding down. Okay, let's see next graph. In this graph here there is a smaller changes. Inge on the continuous on the vary on the initial condition on the v or maximum point. Okay, after this now time vary பண்ணும்போது என்னாகும் இதோட velocity வந்து gradually decrease ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு and reaching 0. So 0, so we can say here what are the angle theta, it is greater than your 90 degrees and this is your negative slope. And it decrease from the maximum point, we call it as negative slope. Other 0 on the upward direction it is your positive slope. Remember, this is your positive slope and it is your negative slope. So negative slope, okay, and after the particular time period what will happen, it will be 0. So we can say it is a decreasing velocity, uniformly decreasing velocity. Uniformly decreasing velocity. Okay, and the acceleration is also negative. Negative acceleration. Okay, let's see next graph. So next graph on the அதே மாதிரி தான் இது வந்து once original position வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் again it will be traveling, so velocity வந்து decrease ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு. Same thing here also, uniform velocity graph இது, and it starts from A point reaching the origin at the B point and after that it is traveling with C towards the C. So the graph indicates your initial velocity இருக்கும் decreasing with the time, so it is your negative acceleration. Negative acceleration after reaching the t point. So t point la the velocity 0 irukum. So after that the velocity idoda increase aayittu irukku. So idoda magnitude வந்து negative and increasing and showing the object returning to its origin point. Okay, with positive uniform acceleration. So inge enna aguna velocity 0 ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் again it is increasing. So it shows your positive acceleration. ஏனா negative to negative, minus of minus னு சொல்லும்போது இந்த acceleration வந்து positive ஆகும். Okay, so remember this case. இங்க வந்து negative acceleration upper part, இங்க வந்து positive acceleration down part. Okay, so this is your sixth graph. Let's see the seventh graph. Seventh graph lo, so here there is a sinusoidal waveform graph வந்து continuous vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. இங்க வந்து நான் area wise split பண்ணும்போது, so first area, second area, third area continuous vary ஆயிட்டு. Let's see third areas, three areas are there. So our object on the, it is traveling from 0 point and it is creating a curve and it is reaching the origin, again creating a curve, maximum point, again origin, continuous vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. it covers a area, particular areas வந்து cover பண்ணிருக்கு. So areas வந்து cover பண்ணிருக்கு. Now what I need to find? I need to find the displacement and I need to find the distance. அது எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பாருங்க. So in this case, displacement relation என்னன்னா, so நல்லா பார்த்துக்கோ displacement வந்து நான் நெகட்டிவ் கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும். Displacementல I have to consider the negative part also. So displacement covered, this relation, displacement covered is equal to, remember area 1 is positive. I'll take area 1 and plus area 3 is positive. Area 3, but area 2 is negative. So negative part I have to consider directly. So without any changes. So this is your area 2 minus area 2. Now let's see the distance covered. Distance covered. Distance covered on the distance on the cover ஆகுறது whether it is negative, that is your negative acceleration இருந்தாலும் negative இருந்தாலும் we have to cover the distance. So it is area 1 plus area 2 plus area 3. Remove it. Displacement மட்டும் தான் negative we have to consider. Distance we have to cover all the areas as under positive. Please take it. Others, is it over? Right now. Okay, good. So let's see next one. So now we'll discuss about your speed versus time. I'll say it. Next page is your speed versus time. Speed versus time. ரெண்டு கிராஃப் தான் இருக்கு. We'll see that. Speed versus time. Okay. Same thing. First of all, I'll draw the graphs. Then I'll explain. So it's maximum, maximum, 0, again, let's say 0, maximum, again, decrease. So let's see. So first graph, so x-axis is your time, y-axis is your speed. Same thing here. X-axis is your time, y-axis is your speed. Okay. So in the first graph, it indicates a body on the project பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். Like for example, ஒரு கேஸே பார்த்துக்கலாம். So நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா, I'm just projecting a body. Okay. A body moves, its speed decrease ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு uniformly and becomes zero at the highest point. That means நான் ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் நான் த்ரோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஒரு ஸ்டோனே நினைச்சுக்கோங்க. நான் ஒரு ஆப்ஜெக்ட் த்ரோ பண்றேன் with some velocity. ஒரு velocity நான் த்ரோ பண்றேன். இதோட velocity என்னாகும் slowly gradually decrease ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு and it is reaching the maximum height. At maximum point என்னாகும் maximum height இதோட velocity zero ஆயிடும். And after that என்னாகும் it will try to fall down. இந்த fall ஆகுறது என்னாகும்னா இதோட velocity increase ஆயிடும். So this is an example. So ஒரு object with some velocity, initial velocity, object throw பண்றேன். After reaching the maximum height என்னாகும் அதோட velocity decrease, increase, zero ஆயிடும் completely. Velocity zero ஆயிடும் in this case. And after that என்னாகும் it will fall down. Fall down ஆகும்போது அதோட velocity increase ஆகும். So this is your relation. Let's see one by one. So when a body moves, so now the names of the I'll take this A point, I'll take this B point, I'll take this one as C point. AB portion is nothing but your decreasing uniformly. Okay, speed decreases uniformly. Speed decreases uniformly. Okay, at this B point, there is speed zero. At reaching the maximum height or maximum point it becomes zero. Speed is zero. Okay, and after that, what will happen when it falls down? Speed increases uniformly. speed increases uniformly. Okay, so this is your and that means it is returning back to its same velocity. Remember, so இது வந்து speed increase பண்ணாலும் இதோட ஸ்பீடுக்கு இது ரீச் ஆகும். இதோட ஸ்பீடுக்கு it will try to reach. Remember, okay, initially நான் என்ன velocity யூஸ் பண்றேனோ அதே velocity it will try to reach again. So let's see second graph. A body dropped. இது வந்து என்னன்னா I'm just assuming a body வந்து a body a drop ஒரு particular height வந்து நான் drop பண்றேன். height வந்து நான் drop பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்னா இதோட velocity வந்து increase ஆகும். Okay, that means I take the term as A point, this is your B point and this is your C point. Let's see. So என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்னா வந்து நான் decrease பண்ற ball வந்து I'm just dropping it. drop பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா இதோட speed வந்து increase ஆகும். speed வந்து increase ஆயிட்டு. Okay, so after increase ஆகும்போது at one particular point என்ன ஆகும்னா it will reach the maximum velocity, maximum speed reach ஆகும். So at this B point இதோட speed வந்து maximum க்கு reach ஆயிடும். After reaching the maximum, so இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல என்ன ஆகும்னா இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல அந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் வந்து it will bounce backward direction. backward direction இருக்கும்போது it will move upward direction. upward direction ன்னு சொல்லும்போது என்ன ஆகும் speed வந்து decrease ஆகும். speed decreases. Remember this case. So everything is related to your uniform motion itself. Okay, and after reaching the maximum point, so that means இது வந்து ground. இது வந்து bounce back ஆகும். அது bounce back ஆகுறது எப்படி இருக்குன்னா இதோட speed வந்து decrease ஆயிட்டே இருக்கும். bounce upward direction போறதுனால after reaching the maximum point என்ன ஆகும் speed becomes zero. Speed is equal to zero at maximum point. Okay, these are your graphs. This thing. It's speed versus time graph. Others, is it over? Okay, good. Good. So let's see next one. So next one, the last one, graphs acceleration versus time. So we'll see the graph for your acceleration versus time. Acceleration and time graph. So I'll show you the graphs first, then we'll discuss. Okay, one. So first graph. So same thing. Y-axis on the acceleration, x-axis on the time period. Y-axis on the acceleration. Okay, first graph பார்க்கும்போது for the first graph it is a straight line. Second graph on the increasing. Third graph on the sinusoid. Depends upon the area. Like 1, 2. Okay. Right now. So let's see the first graph. Fast graph, if you see that, so earlier நம்ம discuss பண்றது velocity versus time, distance versus time, displacement versus time. Other casesல வந்து அந்த object rest condition இருக்கு, constant accelerationல, I mean constant velocityல move ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு, acceleration zero இருக்கு. Those cases are different. எல்லா graphs ஒரே மாதிரி இல்ல. When you are discussing about the acceleration time, velocity time, displacement time, அது ரொம்ப important. அது memorize பண்ணிக்கோங்க. So here in this case, the object வந்து it is moving with a constant acceleration. இதோட acceleration constant ஆ இருக்கு, time vary ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. It is not a rest condition. So the object is moving with constant acceleration, and it is parallel to your time axis. Okay. Second graph on the object on the increase ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. So it is gradually increasing with respect to time period. So we can say increasing uniform acceleration, increasing uniformly. Acceleration increasing uniformly. Third case, if you see that, so the body moving with a variable acceleration, it is continuously varying. So this is your variable acceleration. Variable acceleration, and the zero and the maximum point reach at again decrease at again maximum point again increase at it is variable, varying continuously. So that means there is a change in its velocity. So change in velocity. There is a continuous change. So, already when we are discussing about the acceleration, velocity, displacement, and the negative part we have to consider. Speed and distance on Solomon, we have to consider the whole cases. So here there are three different areas covered. So change in velocity is area 1 is positive plus area 3 is positive minus area 2. Remember it. Area 1 plus area 3 minus area 2. This is your change in velocity. This is others, is it over? So let's say a small question, or a question. So I'll display the question and I'll explain. Please let me know if you can able to see that PDF. Is it visible, the PDF? Right now, example 37. So here in this example, the speed time graph of a particle moving along a fixed direction is shown in the figure. Find distance traveled by the particle between 0 to 10 seconds, average speed between the interval, the time when the speed was minimum, the time when the speed is maximum. So we are going to find the 4 points from this graph. They have given the graph. The graph on the maximum point velocity, maximum point display time period. So please take the question, example 37. Then I'll explain it. Make it fast one. நீங்க ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்தாலும் ஓகே தான். ஐ டோன்ட் கேர். ஓகே. ஸோ ஸ்கிரீன்ஷாட் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. இல்லைன்னா வந்து நீங்க நோட் பண்ற மாதிரினா நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. பெட்டர் அந்த அட்லீஸ்ட் கிராஃப் ஆவது நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஓகே. ஸோ இன் திஸ் கேஸ் இஃப் யூ see that, ஸோ இங்க வந்து there are two sections are there. Object வந்து it is starting from the rest condition. Rest condition வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிருக்கு and it is reaching the maximum point. Again maximum point வந்து திரும்பி வந்து it is reaching the rest condition. So that means இங்க வந்து two different relations இருக்கு. So let's see one by one. So first of all, I find out the distance traveled by the particle between 0 to 10 seconds. 0 and the 10 seconds, I need to find the distance covered. Okay, distance is nothing but your area covered. Remember, area covered and so on. This shapes based on that discuss. So what is the area of it? Is like a triangle, right? What is the area of a triangle? Anyone? What is the area of a triangle? ரொம்ப நல்லவங்க எதுவுமே பேச மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. So area of a triangle is nothing but half length into breadth. Okay. So here the distance traveled by the particle between 0 to 10 seconds. Total time period and the area we need to find. So here the distance traveled is nothing but your area of the shape. It is your triangle. Let's see. So here area of the speed time graph, it is half into, let's see the base. Based on the, it is starting from the 0. 0 and the 10 seconds on the travel. So I'll take the difference. Is there a difference? 10 minus 0 into the maximum point is 12. So initial point on the 0, maximum point is 12. So I'll take the difference. So 12 minus 0. So which is equal to is half into 10 into 12. If you solve it, we'll get approximate your 60. So distance of the units meters, I'll take the 60 meters. It is your first question. Let's see the second question. Second question, average speed between the interval. We are going to find the average speed. Average speed in already written, there is a formula. Average speed is nothing but your total distance traveled by your total time taken. Remember, total distance by total time period. This is your average speed. Remember, the total distance already number find out the total distance is nothing but your 60 meters. Total time is nothing but your 10 seconds. So it is nothing but your 6 meter per second. This is your second answer. Let's see the third one. Third one, the time when the speed was minimum. Speed on the minimum இருக்கும்போது what is the time period? So இங்க வந்து speed வந்து ரெண்டு தடவை minimum ஆயிருக்கு. One on the 0 case ல, one on the 10 seconds. So the speed is minimum at t is equal to 0 seconds and at t is equal to 10 seconds. Next, fourth point. Fourth, another, the time when the speed is maximum. The speed is maximum at t is equal to 5 seconds. At 5 seconds, the time, speed on the maximum. So t is equal to 5 seconds. Speed is maximum. Maximum. Okay, please check it. So those are having doubts, please let me know. Okay, so one or two problems solve பண்ணும்போது it will be very easy for understand. Note பண்ணிக்கோங்க. What about others? Is it over? Okay. Okay, right. So next question, Papa. Okay, let's see next question. I'll save it. Next question. Question number 38. So question number 38. So கொஞ்சம் வந்து இங்க மெர்ஜ் ஆயிடுச்சு. I'll write here. So in the question, a body starts from rest, accelerates uniformly, it uniformly accelerates uniformly along a straight line at a rate of 10 meter per second square for 5 seconds. This is your 5 seconds. This is your seconds. 5 seconds. It moves for 2 seconds, 2 seconds with a uniform velocity of 50 meter per second. So this is your 50 meter per second, 50 meter per second. Then it retards uniformly, retards not decreasing, retards uniformly and comes to rest in 3 seconds. Draw velocity time graph of the body and find the total distance traveled by the body. So in the case la வந்து diagram draw பண்ணும், but I showed you the diagram. நான் வந்து picture draw explain பண்ணிட்டு then we'll do the problem. Okay, question note பண்ணுங்க. Just make it fast. Or let's see. I'll just explain it, then we'll see. So in this case, first of all, now the question pattern. Yeah. So question order pattern. A body starts from rest. Rest condition and the body draw start. I'll draw the graph here itself. Okay. So body on the rest condition start. This is your rest condition. So x-axis is always time period. Y-axis is your velocity. Okay. Object in the rest condition start along a straight line at a rate of 10 meter per second square for 5 seconds. At a rate of 10 meter per second square. So here for the acceleration, uniform acceleration. With the uniform acceleration, what will happen in the object in the move? Okay. And reaching for your time duration for 5 seconds. Okay. Either duration on the 5 seconds. So it is the 5 seconds duration. So it is 0 and it is 5. Duration is your 5 seconds. And either acceleration they have given it as a 10 meter per second square. Okay, remove it. Okay, and it moves for the 2 seconds. So constant on the move attribute. It moves for 2 seconds with uniform velocity. Uniform velocity, it is nothing but your constant velocity. Okay, so with this particular point of velocity, the object in the move attribute for the duration of 2 seconds. So in this point, the 5 and 2 seconds, it is 7. So the duration is 2 seconds. There are difference of the 2 seconds. And after 2 seconds, it retards uniformly and becomes to rest in 3 seconds. In the maximum point, retards not decreasing. It retards uniformly and after 3 seconds, it becomes 0. So in the retardation, this is your velocity. Velocity on the constant. Velocity constant, acceleration on the 0 in the case. First case acceleration on the 10 meter per second square. Second case acceleration 0. Third case decreasing acceleration. So it is nothing but your retardation. Retardation uniformly, another straight line, and reaches after 3 seconds. 3 seconds is 7, with the 3 is 10. So there are difference in the 3 seconds. Okay, this is your graph now. So you have to draw the graph like this. After this, question என்ன find the distance traveled by the body. Total distance traveled by the body. இதுல வந்து 3 areas covered ஆயிருக்கு. Remember 3 areas covered ஆயிருக்கு. So this is your first area. Okay, and this is your second area. Correct? And this is your third area. There are 3 different areas are covered here. Okay, I'll take this one as first one, I'll take this one as second one, I'll take this one as third one. 3 different areas covered. So நீங்க வந்து தனித்தனியா ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணிட்டு பண்ணலாம், or else you can solve it directly. Okay, so இங்க question என்ன கேட்டிருக்காங்கன்னா, the distance traveled by the body. Okay, so velocity versus time draw பண்ணிட்டோம், find the total distance traveled by the body. Total distance traveled by the body and சொல்லும்போது, so here if you see that இதுல total distance வந்து it is x axis ஒன்னு இருக்கு and y axis இருக்கு. Let's see. So total distance covered, இதுல வந்து நான் வந்து area of it trapezium base பண்ணி போறேன், இல்ல வந்து 3 different areas base பண்ணி போறேன். Let's see. Combine பார்க்கலாம். So here area covered, distance traveled, area covered is nothing but your half into half into your 2 plus 10, it is your base, into your total distance of 50. Okay, so this is nothing but 50 is nothing but your velocity. This is your 50 meter per second. 300 meters, yes, correct. So it is your 300 meters. Good. So 300 meters. Please take it. It is your distance travel. Is it over? Others? Make it fast. Yes, ma'am. Okay, fine. So in the problems எல்லாம் வந்து I'll share you the screenshots. நீங்க வந்து practice பண்ணுங்க. Doubts இருந்தா we'll discuss later separately apart from the classes. Okay. So recordings இருக்கிறதுனால so I'll share the recordings. நான் solve பண்ணிட்டு நான் கொடுக்குறேன். So problems வந்து 1 or 2 classes நம்ம பார்த்துக்கலாம். Okay. So regular classes எல்லாமே apart from that we'll discuss separately the problems. So let's see. Next one. I'll save it and I'll get one last question. இது homework எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Just a homework. Okay. And screenshot வேணும்னா நீங்க example 41. It is your homework question. Homework question. கொஞ்சம் practice பண்ணுங்க. Please do practice. Don't mix it. Okay, practice பண்ணுங்க. Doubts இந்த கேளுங்க. It is your homework question. And அதே மாதிரி I'll show you one more. அது homework தான். Take the screenshot. Is it over? நானே சேவ் பண்றேன். Let's see next question. Next homework question. Question number 8. Question number 8. With answers இருக்கு 80 meters and 130 meters and சொல்லிட்டு please do practice it. நீங்க வந்து அதை derive பண்ணுங்க. This is your second homework question. Screenshot எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Or any doubt, ma? Okay. So next one, ஒரு சின்ன குட்டி topic இருக்கு. So this is your relative velocity. Okay, we'll discuss that relative velocity and then we'll start your vectors. So make a heading of relative velocity. Can anyone tell me what is a relative velocity? Velocity தெரியும், but what is a relative velocity? Anyone? What happened? நீங்க டைப் பண்ணாலும் பரவாயில்லமா group மெசேஜ் பண்ணாலும் ஓகே தான். No need to talk. Okay, so let's see relative velocity. First, now the definition கொடுத்துறேன், then I'll explain. Okay, so just make the definition for your relative velocity. I'll type here itself. Okay, so relative velocity. Okay, it is nothing but your comparison between the objects' velocities. So two objects in the two objects velocity, three objects in the three objects velocity, relation between your objects velocity. So let's see the definition. The relative velocity of an object 2 with respect to object 1 when both are in motion. Okay, I'll write here a point. Please take it. The relative velocity of an object object 2 with respect to 1 object 1 when both are in motion is the time rate of change of position of object 2 with respect to your object 1 respect to that of object 1. So here in this case நம்ம வந்து ரெண்டு ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸோட velocities பத்தி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ண போறோம் சின்ன ரிலேஷன்ல. இதே சேம் கான்செப்ட் இட் இஸ் தேர் இன் யுவர் வெக்டர்ஸ் ஆல்சோ. வெக்டர்ஸ்ல வந்து அந்த டாபிக் அங்கேயே நம்ம திரும்பி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம் இந்த கான்செப்ட். ஸோ ரிமெம்பர் திஸ். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நீங்க வந்து நம்ம ரெண்டு கேசஸ் நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம் இதுல. ஸோ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் நம்ம கன்சிடர் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ அஸ்யூம் தேர் இஸ் an object. Okay, I'll take this object as A. Object இல்லைன்னா vehicle பார்க்கலாம். So I'll take this object A. So assume this object is moving with a velocity VA. Okay, the velocity of the object I'll take it as VA. And I'll take one more object, one more vehicle now. One more vehicle. I'll take this vehicle as B. Okay, it travels with a velocity of VB. Remember? So A travels with the velocity of VA, B it travels with the velocity of VB. Both are traveling in the same direction. Remember, both are traveling in the same direction. Same direction will travel. And if the velocities, I'll assume, if the velocities VA is equal to VB, remember velocities rendu same irukna, the difference will be 0. Remember, if the velocities both are same irunda, the difference will be 0. Difference will be 0 na, we can say VA minus VB is equal to 0 and solla, or we can say VB minus VA is equal to 0. Okay, let's see. So idu vandu same irukumbodhu da indha relation. Let's see. Now on the relative velocity, for example, so I'm just sitting in the vehicle A. I'm comparing my velocity with respect to the other vehicle's velocity. So I'll take the relation as VA, velocity of A comparing with B. So velocity of A with respect to B. அதே மாதிரி VB vehicle, it compares its velocity with respect to A. So VB comparing with respect to A. So VAB and VBA. So the relation is when we are discussing about the VA with B and சொல்லும்போது, it is a VA minus VB. Remember this relation. When both are traveling in the same direction, there are difference on the VA minus VB வரும். When you are comparing with respect to B, it is a VB minus VA. If both are same, what will happen? The difference will be 0. Okay. So this is your same direction. This is your same direction. Please take it. Next one, opposite direction. When both are traveling in the opposite direction, same thing. A vehicle A, it travels with a velocity VA. And there is one more velocity, vehicle B. It travels with a velocity VB. Okay, but this velocity B, it travels in opposite direction. Opposite direction travel. Both are traveling in opposite to each other. Let's see the velocity of A with respect to B, VAB, and velocity of B with respect to A. Okay, VAB is equal to, நான் என்ன சொல்லிருக்கேன், it is VA minus VB ன்னு சொல்லிருக்கேன். VB என்ன சொல்லிருக்கேன், VB minus B ன்னு சொல்லிருக்கேன். But by comparing B with respect to A, it is in opposite direction. So I'll take minus of minus. அதே மாதிரி A towards B ன்னு சொல்லும்போது, this B is in opposite direction. So I'll take it as minus of minus. So minus of minus it is plus. So VA plus VB. And here it is VA plus VB. Remember these two cases. Please take it. So both are traveling in the same direction, both are traveling in opposite direction. Remember it. Take it. ஒரு சின்ன graph இருக்கு இதுல. So graph பார்த்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா we'll discuss one problem, only one problem. Okay, then we'll see the vectors. Make it fast. Others, is it over? Okay, right now. Let's see the graphs here. The relation graphs part. Let's see next page. So make a heading. Relative velocity in terms of position time graph. Relative velocity. Relative velocity in terms of position time graph. In terms of position time. Let's see the relationship. So in this case, now on the relative velocity one with respect to other and சொல்றேன். One with respect to other. So in the relative velocity வந்து இதுல வந்து மூணு terms வர chances இருக்கு. Zero, positive or negative. Zero, positive or negative. Let's see first case. Case is based on number graphs. First case. First case, when two objects move with the same velocity in the same direction. When two velocities travel with same direction and same velocity. When two velocities, or we can say two objects move with same velocity and same direction. Same velocity and same direction. Let's see. So same velocity and same direction னு சொல்லும்போது அதோட velocities என்ன ஆகும்? VA and VB both are same. I'll take VA and I'll take VB. So there are two velocities. When both are traveling the same direction. So in the first case, in the second case. So that means VA is equal to VB. When VA is equal to VB, other difference பார்க்கும்போது that is your relative velocity. Relative velocity. So that is your VA minus VB is equal to 0. So that means both remains constant distance. So that means both are traveling in the constant distance like but both are traveling the same velocity, same directional travel. So that means we can say both are parallel straight lines. Parallel straight lines. Parallel straight lines travel line. Let's see the relations. So இதை நான் வந்து எப்படி கன்சிடர் பண்றேன்னா initial velocity, initial point to final point ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு கன்சிடர் பண்றேன். Let's see the graph for this case. So this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. So x-axis I'll take it as time as usual. And y-axis I'll take it as position. Position and then start velocity. So let's see. So first case, I'll take it as A point. So it starts from some velocity, some initial velocity on the travel. This is your A object. This is your A object. And either a position on the I'll take it as x1. Okay. And it is nothing but your uniform speed. Uniform speed will start. Suppose it on the 0 and start initial velocity 0. Adhe on the x1 and start there is an initial velocity, it is traveling continuously, gradually increase. So here this is your object A, and the velocity I'll take it as VA. Okay, and either a velocity, for example, I assume the velocity is 5 meter per second. Okay, same thing, inner velocity travel parallel to this one. So here, this is different velocity. Okay, different velocity start. Okay, I'll take this one as x2. But velocity different start. Either a velocity on the, I'll take the example as a 5 meter per second again. So this is your B object. Both velocities are same. When both velocities are same, these two are parallel to each other. This is your graph now. So we can say VA is equal to VB. This is your first case. Please take it. Make it fast. Others, is it over? Okay, right now. So let's see next one. Next one, second case. Case 2. Case 2. Case 2, நான் வந்து assume பண்றேன் ஒரு velocity is greater than the other velocity. Let's see. Case 2 ல நான் என்ன பண்றேன்னா, I'll assume that when 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 v2 is greater than v1, when v2 is greater than v1, or we can say the relative velocity that is v2 minus v1 is positive. v2 minus v1 is positive. Remember this one. So இங்க வந்து நான் assume பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் v2 is greater than v1 or v2 minus v1 is positive. v2 minus v1 positive னு சொல்லும்போது v2 is always greater. So remember this case. For this case, so for this case v2 minus v1 is varying continuously in every second. So இதோட graph பார்க்கும்போது, so here this is your x-axis and as well as y-axis. Y-axis வந்து it is your position and x-axis is your time as usual. So let's see the graph. So now the initial ஒரு object now I'm just taking with some velocity. Okay, with some velocity. இது நார்மலா வந்து gradually increase ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. இது increase ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. This is your A. I'll take this one as velocity v1 and இதோட position I'll take as x. Okay, and there is one more velocity, but v1 விட v2 வந்து greater ஆயிருக்கு. So that means அதே time periodல இதோட velocity வந்து maximum ஆயிருக்கு. Okay, remember அதோட velocityல இதோட அதே time periodல இதோட velocity வந்து maximum ஆயிருக்கு. So I'll take this one as x2 and இதோட velocity v2. I'll take the position as p. Okay, remember this case. So that means we can say that v2 is greater than v1 here. So this is your second case. Let's see the third case. Case 3 part. Case 3 low, when velocity v1 is greater. So I'll take the relation. Case 3 low, when velocity v1 is greater than v2. Velocity v1 is greater than v2 or relative velocity, okay, so that is v2 minus v1 on the reverse v2 minus v1 is zero, sorry, is negative, v2 minus v1 is negative, or we can say v1 minus v2 is positive. v1 minus v2 is positive. Okay, let's see the graph for it. So in the graph only it is for your second case. So it is for your second case. Case 2. So case 3 graph. So same thing, I'll take the x-axis and as well as y-axis. So same thing, y-axis is your position, x-axis is your time. So graph எப்படி இருக்குன்னா, so இங்க வந்து நல்லா பார்த்துக்கோங்க, position 1, object 1 வந்து it is moving with a greater velocity. அதே time periodல it is moving with a greater velocity. So assuming this is your object A. This is your object A and this is its initial point. I'll take as x1. Okay, இது object. And the same thing, நல்லா பார்த்துக்கோங்க. So ஒரு particular pointல velocity v2 start ஆயிருக்கு. But அதோட velocity வந்து lesser ஆயிருக்கு. lesser ஆயிருக்கும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா, இது ரெண்டும் வந்து cross over ஆகும். Remember, both will cross over. So this is your object B. இதோட velocity வந்து I'll take v1. இதோட velocity வந்து I'll take as v2. So that means, first of all, நல்லா பார்த்துக்கோங்க, first of all, இதோட difference பார்க்கும்போது, it is your x1 இது x2 சொல்லியிருக்கேன். இதோட difference சொல்லும்போது I'll take this x2 minus x1. கரெக்டா? x2 minus x1 வந்து difference வந்து positive இருக்கு. Okay, but after the meeting point, in the point வந்து I'll take this meeting point. I'll take this point as a meeting point. So in the point on the position of meeting and in the point on the time of meeting. After this meeting point என்ன ஆயிட்டுதுன்னா அதோட displacement of the difference. So here x2 minus x1. So எல்லையில வந்து x2 minus x1 வந்து positive. Crossover ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறமா x2 minus x1 is negative. So this is your graph when v2 is less than V1 or V1 is greater than V2. Let's take this graph. Till this your motion is straight line complete இருக்கு இது relations இருக்கு problems வந்து I'll share you the screenshots, please do practice it. Doubt இருந்தா you can ask me separately. Let's make it fast. ஒரே ஒரு problem பார்த்துட்டு then we'll start your vectors. ஒரு 10 minutes போதும். Orma, make it fast.
Yes, sir.
Okay, others? Okay, good. So let's see next one. ஒரு சின்ன problem பார்க்கலாம். Then we'll see what is displaying you the PDF. Visible இருந்தா please let me know. Is it visible? PDF? So do one thing. இங்க வந்து relative velocity ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு formulas used ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்குல்ல. Please take this formulas. இது வரைக்கும் நான் வெக்டார் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணல. பட் ஸ்டில் இந்த formulas மட்டும் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அகைன் ரிலேட்டிவ் வெலாசிட்டிஸ் வந்து நம்ம அகைன் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம். ஓகே, ஸோ ஃபார்முலாஸ் யூஸ் சொல்லிட்டு இந்த 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ் நோட் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. ஸோ நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணது. ஸோ போத் ஆர் டிராவலிங் இந்த சேம் டைரக்ஷன் சொல்லும்போது இதோட ரிலேட்டிவ் வெலாசிட்டி டிஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து விபி மைனஸ் விஏ ஆர் விஏ மைனஸ் விபி வரும். போத் ஆர் டிராவலிங் இன் ஆப்போசிட் டைரக்ஷன் இருக்கும்போது போத் வில் பி ஆடட் அப், தட் இஸ் யுவர் விஏ பிளஸ் விபி. வெக்டர்ஸ் நம்ம இன்னும் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணல. ஸோ நெக்ஸ்ட் டாபிக் அதுதான். வெக்டர்ஸ் பார்க்கும்போது இந்த டாபிக் வந்து நம்ம திரும்பி டிஸ்கஸ் பண்றோம். அதுல வந்து அதோட டெரிவேஷன்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்கு அண்ட் அதுல வந்து ரெயின் மேன் சொல்லிட்டு தெர் இஸ் கான்செப்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் கான்செப்ட்ஸ், அது நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். ப்ளீஸ் டேக் இட். ப்ளீஸ் டேக் திஸ் 4 பாயிண்ட்ஸ், தென் டேக் த கொஸ்டின் 43. மேக் இட் ஃபாஸ்ட். Others, is it over? Completed. Okay, ma, right. Yeah, ma, question number 43 ன்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். 43 வந்து ஒரு தடவை பார்க்கலாம். I'm just displaying the answer also for you. So இங்க பாருங்க. So அதோட formulas நீங்க already note பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. In this case, a car is moving with a velocity 10 meter per second. So A தெரியும். On its right road, car B moving with the same direction. Velocity on the 6. So VA is equal to 10, VB is equal to 6. Okay, both are traveling in the same direction. So first of all, line of find the velocity of A relative to B. So that means we need to find A with respect to B. That is your VAB. And vice versa, reverse to it. So it is a VB to A. So VAB is equal to VA minus VB, and VB is equal to VB minus VA. This is your relative velocity. When you do substitute the values, you are going to find the answer as VAB is equal to 4 and VB is equal to minus 4. Remember it. Because both are traveling in opposite directions, so it is minus 4. Both are traveling in the same direction, it is positive. Please take it. Over. Is it over? Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. So till this, your motionless straight line concept is it? Okay. This is the relative velocity, the last topic. Okay. Just go through what are the topics we have discussed. So before closing the part, so just close பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு 2 minutes தானே அதுக்கு மேல எடுத்து வந்துட்டேன். So can anyone tell me what is a vector and what is a scalar? நம்ம என்னன்னா we'll see in next class, no issues. It's not an issue. But before that, just நீங்க வந்து என்னென்ன டாபிக்ஸ் நீங்க வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா இருக்கோ just revise those. Since நான் ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லிட்டேன் next class onwards, class 11th timings நான் timings நான் உங்களுக்கு கன்ஃபார்ம் பண்றேன். Class 11th will be first hour, okay, and class 12th will be first hour, second hour. Okay, 2 hours classes will be there for physics from next Monday onwards. We need to complete the portions. So those who want the classes, நீங்க வந்து attend பண்ற classes. Okay, so 11th போயிட்டு இருக்கும், parallel 12th will be going on. நான் வந்து derivations explain பண்றேன், important concepts explain பண்றேன், and we are doing the problems. So நான் in detail problems பண்ணணும்னா it will take time. So அதனால வந்து so then and there, if you want, I'll take the problems separately. நான் வந்து live classes நான் போட்டுட்டே இருப்பேன். So I'll share you the links. அந்த momentல you can refer those topics. Okay, right now. Can anyone tell me what is a vector?
Has both magnitude and direction.
Yes, ma, super ma. What are the examples?
Displacement, velocity, acceleration.
Displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Good. What is a scalar?
Has only magnitude.
Yes, ma, good. Have you heard about the polar and axial points? Polar vector and axial vector. Polar vector and axial. It is a vector only, but it will be split. Vector has been split into two things. Types things தான் நான் சொல்றேன். So polar and axial. Okay. So can anyone tell me what are the types of vectors? How many types of vectors are there? Types of vectors. தெரிஞ்சது சொல்லுங்கப்பா. ஒரு அடிக்குது எனக்கு. Sir, scalar dot product only magnitude unit vector. Yeah, correct. So vector cross product. நான் cross product பத்தி நான் பேசவே இல்லையே. நான் types of vectors பத்தி தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். Vector is nothing but both direction and magnitude. Scalar is only magnitude. polar vector and சொல்லும்போது polar vector deals with having starting point. Remember, starting point எங்கெங்க இருக்கோ those are nothing but your polar vectors. Okay, so axial vector na, so those doesn't have any starting point and it will be traveling with axis of rotation, with respect to axis of rotation. Or இன்னும் சிம்பிளா சொல்லும்போது polar vectors deals with straight line motions itself. Like we'll discuss about your displacement, velocity, force, etc. Okay, and axial vector deals with your angular fashions. So that means we'll discuss about the torque, angular momentum, angular velocity, angular acceleration. So here axial vectors deals with angular fashions, polar vector deals with your straight line motion. So types of vectors வந்து almost 11 types இருக்கு. 11 types are there. So அதுல வந்து unit vector இருக்கு, positive vector, null vector, zero vector. There are so many types of vectors. Remember. And after this, we are going to discuss about the addition of vectors. இதுல addition of vectors இதுல வந்து ரெண்டு derivation இருக்கு. Addition of vectors. Addition of vectors வந்து first one is your triangle method. We'll see the derivations also. Second one parallelogram, and third one your polygon law of vector relation. Polygon ரொம்ப simple. The polygon important கிடையாது. Triangle, parallelogram important. And after that, multiplication of vectors. Multiplication of vectors there are two things are there. One is your dot product, second one is your cross product. Dot product irukku, cross product irukku. Dot product deals with your scalar quantities, cross product deals with your vector quantities. இது simple notation என்னன்னா, so remember scalar quantities வரும்போது நீங்க வந்து problems பாருங்க ஒரு தடவை. அங்க எங்க angle theta வருது, that is sin theta cos theta சொல்லிட்டு some relations வருது. Like for example, சின்ன relation, work per energy இருக்கு, நீங்க ஸ்கூல்ல படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. work per energy ல W is equal to Fs cos theta ன்னு வருது. எங்க cos theta வருதோ that is your scalar quantity. இங்க வந்து when we are discussing about the cos theta, அதோட multiplication வந்து dot product தான் இருக்கு. Even though force displacement vector quantities இருந்தாலும், when we are discussing about the scalar quantity, இங்க dot வரும், cos theta வரும். So work is a scalar quantity. Same thing when we are discussing about the cross product, that is your vector quantity. ஒரு சின்ன example, torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance and சொல்லிருக்கோம். The relation is T is equal to Fs sin theta. Okay, so இன்னும் வந்து நம்ம நீங்க motion electrostaticsல நீங்க படிச்சிருக்கீங்களா, there is a small relation for torque. Torque வந்து PE sin theta ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ஃபார்முலா இருக்கு. Okay, sin theta deals your cross product. So that means PE momentum, இது vector, electric field your vector quantity, cross product. So this is your cross and this is your dot. So cross product and சொல்லும்போது there is a proper direction. So here we'll discuss about the direction. Direction வந்து your thumb rule based பண்ணி தான் discuss பண்றோம். IJK practice. So அந்த concept ரொம்ப important. And after that இதுல வந்து rain, man and சொல்லிட்டு rain, water, river, there are so many relations are there. இது வந்து relative velocity based பண்ணி problems இருக்கு. இந்த problems வந்து ரொம்ப important concepts இது. Conceptual questions இது. Direct formulas கிடையாது. And after that you are going to discuss about the projectile motion. Okay, so next class please be prepared, கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துட்டு வாங்க. So இதுல வந்து theory content விட derivations concepts நிறைய இருக்கு. Please do practice it. Okay, so and next class first hour we are going to start your vectors and scalar. Next hour, so we are going to start your current electricity. Okay, so class 12. Okay, can anyone tell me class 12 last topic நம்ம என்ன discuss பண்ணிருக்கோம்? What is the last topic we have discussed in class 12? Okay, you can text me later. Okay, thank you. So please study, please do practice it. Okay, thank you. We'll see you next class. Bye.